in episode 5, we saw that Billy sent Dean back because he and Sam
You're allowed to say Billy?
Yeah. Well, we saw it.
They saw it.
Because they're important. Is there going to be some indication of why that might be specifically now, or are they just still the most important guys in the universe?
Well, says you.
Yeah, I mean, I want to throw titles around, but
yeah, we haven't really found out why just yet. We know we're important for some reason, but true to supernatural form, I think it'll be a surprise to Sam and Dean and Jared and Jensen. So we're doing 11 right now, and you know, I think the brothers have always felt like they have a higher cause and a greater calling. So I think they're looking forward to figuring out what exactly it means.
In this week's episode, we see the depth of the loss of faith that Dean has. How does Kaz's return affect that, if it does, and how will that progress as the season goes on?
it obviously affects it big time because it's when at the end of last season and the beginning of this season, we do see that Dean is just kind of like given up, so to speak. So the return of Cass has kind of ignited that fire again. He's got some hope and motivation to dig a little deeper and see what we can figure out. Because if he was written off and Mom was written off, well then maybe there's a few other people that shouldn't have been written off, and we figure that out as the series continues to move on. So yeah.
Sure, the boys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, please, I had something that was absolutely not. When I heard the return of Cass, what is it ever called? The return of innocence? Is it Enigma? Like Enya? Enya. It's a return of.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we play that every time we say the return of Cass? Sorry. See, like I said, not important.
Should have just cut him off. Should have cut him off.
To live inside this for.
How much are Dean and Sam looking into questioning how Cass got back, this weird entity that brought him back?
Dean's a little less questioning and more
inclined
just
to find out.
just more accepting of, I don't care how it happened, we got our buddy back.
Yeah, I think Sam is probably the between Sam and Dean, Sam is probably the chef than the consumer. He's like, where Dean eats the pizza, Sam's like, what kind of cheese is that? And what kind of blah, blah. So I think Sam is really looking to find out what happened and how did it happen. Yeah. Also, not just because of Sam's intellectual curiosity, but Sam still wants Mom back. And heck, if we can start calling out who we want back, I'm sure there are a lot of people Sam wouldn't mind to bring back. So I think Dean is so relieved to have that win he's looking for, and have his buddy back, have our buddy back. Sam's like, okay, it is great, I agree, but to quote Dean, the other shoe's probably going to drop. So what else can this person do?
What's it like having both Misha and Alex together on set?
Yeah, because we have that in Tombstone. It was exciting. To speak on Misha's behalf, I think it was more thrilled than he's ever been, because a lot of the brutality that usually gets aimed towards Misha was now kind of split up between Alex and Misha. So he finally had somebody that he was trying to kind of pull pranks on as well.
I believe
He's
it's
like,
misery loves company.
Yeah, I think that's the official. It's good. You know what? Before, not even anything to do with their characters, when Alex first came on, I was like, he actually reminds me a lot of a young Misha. Just his personality type. He's playing a character, so he's taking it very seriously and working very hard, and he's making some decisions, and he's a very intelligent young man, very talented, and
Misha 2.0.
Yeah, Misha 2.0. So to see them together, and the irony is that we work with him so much more than Misha has. We were excited. We were like, oh, there's another character, and he's going to give us some time off. And now Misha, he's like, in the first 5 episodes, I think he's with Alex 2 days or something. It's great. I like the way they play off each other. And I've always said, obviously the show kind of hinges on the relationship between Sam and Dean, but I feel like the world is enriched by seeing the way they interact with other people and seeing the way Cass interacts with other people and with Jack as well. So it's neat.
Alexander had said that Dean is really at home in the Tombstone episode. What can you kind of tease about that coming up?
Well, Dean and also Jensen. I don't think it's any shock that I've always been kind of a fan of the iconic symbol of a cowboy and everything that comes along with that. So, fan of Western movies and everything. So when I read that Dean gets all excited about it and decides to play the part up, so to speak, I of course got excited as well. And I think there's a nice slow-mo montage of some snakeskin boots and hat and the whole bit. But yeah, instead of playing FBI agents, I get to play Texas Rangers, which is kind of
It's
fun.
fun to see Dean geek out. As
Yeah.
Sam, it's fun to see Dean childish. So.
Yeah, it was a fun episode, and I like those episodes. Kind of lighten it up a bit and allow that humor to kind of come show its face a little bit more. Yeah.
He kind of overheard Dean and Sam talking and got some truth bombs that maybe he wasn't maybe
Yeah.
wasn't, or well, and how much truth they are, you don't know. But does that something that he still holds on to, or at this point has he kind of gotten to know the brothers a little bit better, or he maybe trusts them a little bit?
I think he's not their brother, but it is him, I feel like, starting to feel like a Winchester, because it's like you're kind of stuck with these people that are your family, so he knows these things. Obviously Dean has these really harsh feelings toward him, but at the same time Jack still really wants to impress them and be a part of that group. So the truth bombs did happen, but he's still trying to carry forward and be a part of the family.
Jared mentioned a couple of weeks ago that when you joined the cast, you got some teasing from him and Jensen.
Teasing, yeah.
Yeah, or pranks, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Are there
Can we call it
hazing?
hazing? Sure.
Yeah. Can you tell us about any of that?
I mean, it's all starting to feel like a blur now. Pretty much from halfway through the first episode, I think I laughed at like a fart joke or a dick joke, so it's just kind of been kind of downhill from there. Because as soon as they saw how easy a target I was to laugh at pretty much anything, it's kind of just been game on for them ever since. Misha 2.0, I've been dubbed, so whatever that means.
How does his relationship with Cass kind of develop? Like, do they get closer together? Do they have any conflicts?
I don't. They're close because I think it's like meeting like the only other alien, right? Like you're an alien on the Earth, and then you thought you were alone, but then suddenly there's someone who's actually like you. So I feel like they have that kind of unique bond.
Playing Jack is like such an unconventional character. What kind of challenges did you come across, like as an actor, like having to play someone who has this kind of incredibly supernatural background and all these powers and stuff?
I mean, imagination, I guess. I'm very cynical, so playing Jack has been really fun just because experiencing everything for the first time is kind of like a joyful new experience for him. So I guess that's been kind of challenging for me. I've enjoyed it though.
So last season, Cass sort of decided to protect Jack because he talked about this idea of paradise on Earth, like he saw a vision of something like that. Does that get brought up again? Like, what is it about Jack that could lead to that?
I say this without knowing his entire capabilities, but I think Jack has enough power that he can potentially balance out these universes, all these evils, all these goods. I think Cass and Sam and Dean hope that Jack can maybe restore some sort of peace, I guess. Maybe be a counterpart to Lucifer in that kind of